Okay, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our chair yoga class for Monday. And today is St. Patrick's Day in Newfoundland and Labrador. So I'm not sure why they celebrated it. Maybe it's just so they can have a long weekend. So let's come to our seated position. Weight carried evenly on the left and right sit bones. Top of the head reaching towards the ceiling. Focusing on the breath, closing the eyes, evening out the flow of the breath. Observing how the breath is moving today. Follow the breath through the complete cycle from the moment you begin your inhale till the end of the inhale. Observe what goes on during that brief pause between the end of the inhale and the start of the exhale, and then follow the exhale being all the way through to the end. Observing the flow of the breath. And now consciously evening out the flow of the breath between our inhale and our exhale breath. Good morning, Sally. Good morning, Liz. Good morning, Jane. Well, just when you're ready, join us. Bring the focus to the breath. And really see if you can stretch that exhale breath out as much as you can. One more complete inhale here. Hello, Chris. Empty the lungs out on the next exhale. Let's grab our blocks. Place the blocks adjacent to the ankles. Come back and really set your seated mountain pose here. So just rock side by side to side to even out the flow or even out the weight on the right and left sit bones, or to observe that contact, come back to center, and let's rock the pelvis forward slightly by pulling the edge of the chair back, or pulling the sit bones back with the edge of the chair, and then rolling back. So just roll forward and back. Tilting the pelvis forward and back, and just getting an idea of that movement of the pelvis forward and back. Hi, Kathy. And then bring the pelvis back to neutral, even it out left to right, front to back. Stack the spine over the pelvis. Bring the chin parallel with the floor. Draw it just slightly back. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. Feel the connection between the feet and the floor. Follow that connection all the way up the legs. Feel the connection between the seat and the chair, and follow that all the way up. Bring the hands towards the side of the body. Inhale the arms overhead and draw the hands back to heart center. Inhale up. Draw back to heart center. Inhale up for 3 and draw back to heart center. Let's inhale for 4, and this time, as we let the arms come to the side, we're going to fold over the legs. And being that it's our first forward fold, just bring the hands to the blocks. Breathe here. Keep extending the spine. Keep the head in line with the spine. As we let the ribs relax into the resistance of the thighs, and feel the diaphragm, or feel the belly pressing into the thighs as we breathe deeply into the lower lungs. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, return the hands to heart center. Let's take one full round of the breath here. Hands come to the side on our exhale breath. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, release. Inhale up for 2. Exhale, release for 2. Inhale up for 3. And as we exhale, fold once more over the legs and bring the hands to the thighs, the blocks, or the floor. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale. Come all the way up. Our hands meet overhead. Release the index fingers. Hug the biceps into the ears, and exhale. Reach out of the pelvis and evenly let the body arc to the right side. Inhale, come back up through center and arc left. Through center, arc right. Through center, arc left. Return to center. Take the left hand to the outside of the right thigh and twist towards our right side. Breathe here. Exhale, come back through center. Right hand comes to the outside of the left thigh, twisting towards our left side. Inhale, exhale, return to center, place the hands on the thighs, and we'll do some cat-cow breaths to continue to warm up the spine. Inhale, raise the sternum, and then exhale, round the spine back towards the back of the chair. Inhale up for 2. Exhale for 2. Inhale up for 3. Exhale for 3. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 4. Inhale for 5. And exhale, come back to the neutral spine. Extend the right foot out towards me and draw the left foot back towards the chair. Inhale here, grasp the edge of the chair and fold forward over the extended right leg. Keep drawing the shoulder blades towards the spine as you fold over the legs and firm up the muscles of the core. Inhale, return to center, draw the right foot in. You can take the heel behind the knee, extend the left foot out in front, and fold over that extended left leg. Toes are pointing up towards the ceiling, back is long and straight. And gaze, actually keep the gaze slightly, maybe out even 4 or 5 feet in front of the foot. Keep the head drawing slightly back and in line with the spine as we fold over that extended leg. Let's inhale, draw the left foot in, draw the left foot back towards the chair. Once again, we're going to extend the right leg. This time, we're going to fold over that extended leg one more time. But we'll either continue to hold the chair, bring the hands onto the opposite thigh, or onto the blocks. Continuing to keep the spine fully extended. And then gradually try to feel the muscles in the back of the leg and in the back lengthening on each exhale breath. Inhale, come up, draw the right foot in, bring it back behind the heel or into the knee, extend the left foot, begin to tilt forward using the chair to control the tilt, and then perhaps bring the hands onto the block as we fold over that extended leg. Inhale, come back up to center. Our feet meet at the center. Exhale and fold over the legs. Let's inhale, rise part way up. Exhale, fold. And inhale, come all the way up. And exhale the hands back to heart center. So we're going to continue, we're going to flow those movements together, and we'll continue our warm-up doing some sun salutations to help us to come into our warm-up today. Remember, even though we're flowing along through this movement, try and keep that awareness of the body and the awareness of the long spine and the awareness of all the muscles that are coming into play as we come in and out of these poses. So inhale, the arms overhead. Exhale, arms wide forward, fold over the legs. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, draw the left foot back, extend the right foot, and fold over that extended right leg, either using the back of the chair for support or bringing the hands to the blocks. Breathe here in the forward fold. Take one full breath. Exhale. Inhale. Come all the way up. Feet meet at the center. And then as we forward fold, right foot comes back, left leg extends, and we fold over the extended left leg. Inhale, come all the way up. Our feet meet at the center. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up. And exhale back to heart center. One round. Round two. Inhale. Exhale, fold over the legs. Rise part way. Exhale back to the floor. Inhale. Come all the way up. Right foot comes back. Left foot slides forward. Come to the back of the seat of the chair or fold over that extended leg. Take a full breath here to allow the body time to feel the stretch. Inhale, come all the way up. Both feet come to the center. And now as we exhale, take the right foot forward. Left foot comes back and fold over that bent left knee and extended right leg. One full breath in our forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Our feet meet at the center. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, rise up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale the hands back to heart center. Let's do 2 more rounds of the sun salutation. Beginning in our seated mountain pose, inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up partway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, right back, left forward, fold over the extended leg. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, extend the right, left comes back, fold over the extended leg. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, let's fold forward over the legs. On the next inhale, rise part way up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale back to heart center. And take one breath before we do our final round of the sun salutation. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise part way. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Right foot forward, left foot back, fold over the leg. Inhale, come up, feet meet at the center. Exhale, left forward, right back, fold over the extended leg. One full breath. Inhale, come up. Our hands meet overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise part way. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. And return our hands to heart center. Let's take one full breath here. Interlace the fingers and let's draw the right knee in towards the right shoulder. Flex and point the toes on the right foot. And then let's circle them first in one direction and circle them in the opposite direction. Extend the foot out in front, support the leg. And once again, let's extend. Just flex and point the toes. And now Lift and lower that right leg, supporting it with either supporting it or firming up the core muscles. And again, making sure we're not rounding the back towards the back of the chair. Lift for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Lower the right foot onto the floor. Interlace the fingers in the non-dominant interlace and draw the left knee towards the left shoulder. Flex and point the toes. Circle in one direction and circle in the opposite direction. Interlace behind or support the leg with a hand or just use the core muscles. Flex and point the toes, circle, and lift and lower for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And lower, and just let those knees sway gently from side to side. Come back to center. And now that everything's nice and warmed up in the lower body, hopefully, I didn't remind you, but hopefully you've got your therapy balls or tennis balls, whatever you use for our fascia release work. Hopefully they're handy. So we're ready. Okay. Looks like everybody's back. Let's begin by placing one of the therapy balls or tennis balls, whatever you're using, underneath big toe of the right foot. Right heel comes onto the floor, and press the bases of the toes into the therapy ball as we work it from side to side. Once you've done that, let's just actually bring the ball to the center, right into the center of that space between the big toe and the little toe, and let the foot arch over the ball. So try and let the foot conform to the shape of the ball. You can bring a little extra weight onto that as well. And now bring the ball underneath the mound of the big toe and roll it towards the heel, and then follow that same line back towards the toe. Go to the next toe, go all the way back and forward. Middle toe. Fourth toe. And come to the little toe. And see, you might even be able to get on the side of the foot and roll the ball along that sort of knife edge by turning the foot on its side. Randomly move the ball around the base of the foot. And just feel like you're exploring here, going around, checking for areas that might feel a little tight, a little knotted. And any of those areas, you can pause for a moment, let the foot, and let that that point that feels a little tender, you can sort of see if that tenderness can almost flow away from the pressure of the ball. Come back and just again, continue to either concentrate on one area or move around. And now let's bring some extra weight onto that right thigh and just begin to see if you can shuffle the foot, moving it forward and back. Try and bring some, hopefully generating a bit of heat with the movement of the ball. Let's pick the ball up now, and we're going to just come up and begin to work now into the area of the calf. So working into the calf. I always find the calf muscle is one of the ones that can really start to get a bit tight. So try and work that tightness out. You can work, remember, you can work in the direction the muscle moves. You can work across the muscle. Or particularly for a muscle like the calf, you can use the pin and twist. So sort of taking the ball and pressing it in and then twisting. So you're pinning the muscle and then twisting. And now work on that front quadrant of the shin, in that area where the muscles that are move the toes are in this area. Let's move to the outer quadrant. And then come back on the final quadrant of the calves, coming into that outer part of the calf muscle. And again, noticing how, too, it may be a bit looser or a bit tighter than the opposite calf. Now let's come up onto the thigh. We'll begin working on the quads. Work along the length of the muscles in the quads. So we've got a pretty big area to cover here in the quads. Again, it's another area where you might choose to work across the muscles instead of working in the same direction, in the direction of the muscle fibers. Don't be afraid to use some fairly substantial pressure here. You should actually feel some, some mild discomfort as we work into the muscles, into this area of fascia release. Then let's work the ball along the side. Again, if you if you can get down on the floor and you have either have 2 tennis balls tied into a sock or leave the balls in the little mesh bag that they come in and roll yourself along the side of the leg on the floor. You'll get you can actually get some more resistance here or bring yourself to the wall. Let's now angle the leg we've been working on across the chair and bring the ball to rest behind the thigh. Now, luckily, I have a padded chair, so the intensity is not too great. If you've got a hard chair, the intensity is going to be, you might find it fairly intense, this move. So you can move the leg across in one position. You can do that same lifting and lowering of the leg that we did earlier. So in this case, now we're moving the muscle over the ball rather than using our hand to move the ball over the muscle. You can bring the ball a little higher up. Lift and lower. Turn. You might even try bending at the knee and rotating the heel in towards the center line. Now let's bring the ball right up on the hamstring muscles, right to just so the ball is immediately in front of the sit bone. Come back to our seated mountain pose. Of course, now we're a bit tilted towards the left side because we have that ball under the right side. Release off the ball over to the left. And as we exhale, lean into the ball. Try to bring as much weight as you can without major discomfort onto the ball. Inhale. Come back away from center. Exhale into the ball. Inhale, come away from center. Exhale into the ball. Inhale, come away from center. And exhale. Lean in towards the ball. Breathe here now. And inhale, come back to center. Now we'll move the ball from being immediately in front of the sit bone to being off to the right side of the sit bone. So the sit bone is here. The ball is immediately to the right of the sit bone. It's out towards the side. Once again, inhale here. And as we exhale, lean the weight. So sink the ball into the glutes as we lean the weight in. Inhale, come back up to center. Release off to the side. Exhale, lean in for 2. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, lean in for 3. Inhale, return to center, and exhale, lean in for 4. And let's hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, return to center. And now we had the ball in front of the sit bone to the right side. Bring it immediately behind the sit bone. So you may need to roll back in just a little bit. So now the ball is immediately behind the sit bone in the fleshy part, the muscular part of the glutes. Extend the head towards the ceiling and exhale, lean back into the ball. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. And exhale, back for 3. Forward. And 4. And we'll hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And let's remove the ball from the right side. Come back to center. Plant both feet, come back to our seated mountain pose. Extend the top of the head up towards the ceiling. Observe now. Observe. Just compare the right and left side. Compare the side that's been worked on, the side that's not had some attention and love yet. And see if there's a difference between the sides. So just before we go and work on our left side, let's bring the right hand across and bring the ball onto the muscles that, the trapezoid muscles, the muscles that sweep up the back and into the neck. And just give yourself a bit of work into this area. And again, you can use some fairly strong pressure here. It's an area where we often hold a lot of tension. And just now, just hold, before we go and work on the other side, take the first 2 fingers of the right hand, bring them to the base, to the center of the collarbone, and sweep out towards, just go along the top of the collarbone. So just, first of all, just establish that root. Feel the collarbone all the way out to the edge of the shoulder. And maybe you can either continue to manipulate that with the fingers or just roll the ball along the collarbone out towards the shoulder. Let's go once more. You might even get into some of those muscles at the top of the shoulder. Again, let's bring the fingers again back onto the collarbone. Sweep across, or actually sweep up the side of the neck. So just start at the collarbone, sweep across the front and up the side of the neck to the ear for 1, 2, and 3. And just move the neck around. See if there's some spots that, if there's some spots that you think might need a little more work. The other thing you could do is bring that ball. Actually, before we go to the other side, for those of you that have 2 balls, just interlace the fingers together And bring the balls, just cradle the balls with the hands, like that. And we're going to use the two balls behind the neck. So hold the balls in place behind the neck. And if you either move the head to manipulate the balls or use your hands to just gently massage that area at the base of the skull. And you can either move the balls or keep them in one place and press the head into them. Release. Now let's come back. Let's work on the other side. So beginning, just massaging muscles along the back, or just that sweep up the side. You can either use your fingers to the ball, sweep out along the collarbones, or the other collarbone right down to the end. You can massage the muscles at the head of the shoulder. And then you could just take the two fingers and sweep up along the side of the neck to the edge of the ear. And then come back to center. You can move the head around a little bit. Now let's place the ball on the floor and finish off the left side. So coming under the right big toe, or left big toe, heel planted on the side, move back and forth from left to right, following the toe bases. Let the foot wrap around the ball. Just using the ball to help the foot to find that arch that goes across the foot between the outer and between the big toe side of the foot and the little toe side of the foot. Come back, the base of the big toe, trace a line to the heel, and then trace the same line back to the toe. Come now to the toe and trace that line in and out. Middle toe, trace forward and back. Next toe, forward and back. And the baby toe, forward and back. Move around the foot, find those areas that may be a bit in need of a bit of extra attention. Concentrate in on those areas. Now bring some extra weight onto the foot. Move it back and forth. So shuffle it as quickly as you can. Trying to get a little weight on the foot. Generating some heat here. And now let's come up onto the calves. So beginning to work that inner calf. Work the outer calf. The outer shin. Inner shin. The inner calf. Again, working in the direction or across. Now, let's come up on the quads. And really pay attention to those areas that feel like they maybe need a little extra attention today. Try and release them out. Maybe work across the muscle fibers on the quads. Down the side. Now, angle the leg across the chair, and you can move it side to side. Try it in various spots. Try lifting and lowering the leg. Flex and point the toes. Just move that leg in any way. And then angle the heel towards the center and pivot the lower leg in towards the center line of the body. Let's come to seated back now with the ball immediately in front of the sit bone. Lean the weight into the sit bone on an exhale, or into the ball on an exhale breath. Inhale, release the weight away. You might bring it a little, you might find that you need to reposition it just a little bit. Inhale, exhale into the ball. Inhale, come away. Exhale, lean in. Inhale, come away. And then exhale, lean in. Breathe here. Inhale, come back to center. Let's take the ball all out to the side. Inhale here and do a similar action. As we exhale, lean into the ball. Inhale, come out. Exhale, lean into the ball. Exhale, come out. Exhale, lean in. Inhale, come away. And now let's exhale and hold for 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And inhale, come back to center. Now take the ball directly behind the sit bone. And again, take a little while to make sure it's in position here. So it's directly behind the sit bone. Inhale here and exhale and lean back into the ball. Inhale, come forward. And let's exhale, lean back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, lean back. And we'll hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's return to center. Let's take the ball and just work on one more area. We're going to work on this area right here at the front of the shoulder. So let's just come into this area right at the front of the shoulder. Getting on some of those muscles of the shoulder girdle. Just work into this area. Again, this is an area too where you're gentle, but get into that area right here. Just roll the shoulder a little bit here, and let's go to the opposite shoulder. Now, take the ball between the two hands and roll around in one direction. And now the challenge, see if you can go in the opposite direction. And let's set the ball aside. Just let the knees sway from side to side. Plant the feet, extend the upper body towards the ceiling. Breathe here. Do a quick scan of the body and notice if things feel any different because of the fascia release work that we've done this morning. Just gently breathing here. Let's inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold over the legs. Inhale, rise up part way. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, extend the right leg. Fold over the right leg. Inhale, come all the way up. The feet meet at the center. Exhale, right foot comes back, left leg extends, fold over the leg. Inhale, come all the way up. Our feet meet at the center. Exhale, forward fold over the legs. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold. And let's take 3 breaths folded over the legs. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, come all the way up. Our hands meet overhead. Exhale the hands back to heart center. Take the left hand to the outside of the right thigh and twist towards our right side. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, come through center. Take the right hand to the outside of the left thigh and twist towards our left side. Inhale, exhale, come back to center. Inhale, lift the sternum. Exhale, round towards the back of the chair. Inhale, come back to neutral. Take a nice deep breath in and sigh out the exhale through the mouth. Do whatever you need to do to prepare for final relaxation. That might include grabbing some extra clothing, grabbing a drink, sliding yourself towards the back of the chair, bringing the seat as far back as you can. And now, the back of the chair helps to support the spine, helps to keep it in position, but we're not slouched into the back of the chair. Inhale here, exhale. Let go of the control of the breath. Slow the breath right down. The breath can now become shallower, more relaxed. And becomes a breath that happens. It's not directed. Let the mind relax as well. Try to clear the mind by focusing on the breath and repeating inhale with each inhale and exhale with each exhale. Begin to deepen the breath. Wiggle the fingers and toes. Nod the head. Shift back towards the front of the chair. Come to our seated mountain pose. Raise the hands overhead with an inhale breath. Draw the hands back to heart center. With the hands pressing together, thank yourself for making time for this practice. Thank you